Hey YouTube, your girl is back. Your girl is back. D, I was on here trying to make me some moderators, but I still don't see how to do it. But I ain't gonna be on here long. So hopefully today we don't need because I got things to do today. So hopefully today we don't need a whole bunch of moderators, but I just wanted to call and clear the air and also say thank you all so much for um sticking to my live yesterday for that long amount of time that I was on live. Thank you to everybody who took the time to join. Thank you to everybody who took the time to call in and give their commentary. So I'm gonna just say thank you all. That was an interesting live. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not tech savvy, so I'm gonna have to sit down and watch me some YouTube videos about how to make moderators. But I will jot down the names of you all who want to be moderators. Like I said, I don't plan to stay too long today. So hopefully I don't need that many today. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some people coming. But I'm just gonna clear it up and just say this about the whole biased, unbiased thing and just give my final thoughts about yesterday's live, and then we're gonna learn how to move on and love you guys. Now let me see. Am I live? See, y'all see I'm not tech savvy, honey. Let me see. One one moment. Hmm. You can do all type of cool stuff on here. And then I'm also working from my phone, so that's another downside. So I'm gonna have to get me some technology going, okay? Because I don't even see people watching. But let me see. Let me try to refresh you guys. One moment. Okay, all right, there we go. So now I can see who is in here. But yes, I am going to be jotting down the people who want to be mods, and when I start doing lives more often, I will make people moderators. So that's exciting. But I gotta learn how to do this. I'm gonna have to watch a YouTube video or something like that. But yes. Hey, pretty K Marie. So yes, I will make you a mod. Let me write down everybody, honey. Y'all see I'm old school, honey. I got a pencil and a pad, okay? All right, one second, child. All right. Yes, thank you all for wanting to help me out, honey. Hey, OC girl. Hey, baby mama number two. Hey, Mariah. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Gabrielle. Yes, ma'am. So, like I said, today not gonna do any mods because I gotta figure it out, and I don't plan on being here long. Um, but with the next time I schedule to go live, I will create moderators just to keep it respectful in the chat. But hey, so yeah, so hey Charnel, hey Shawanda. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. So here are my final thoughts on the whole unbiased bias thing. And like I said, thank y'all for just being with me and supporting me, even the people who don't agree with me. So, yesterday I went live. It was wonderful. Well, I'm not gonna say it was wonderful because we really didn't get anywhere, but still, it was wonderful just to have everybody on the platform having a conversation. So we had Paris call in, we had D call in with Keisha on the line. We had some more wonderful supporters in the chat join in and give their opinions. So pretty much everyone just came in. We had My Life is Nia that was in the comment section. Toya Talks was in the comment section. I think Jay Fox Unfiltered was in the comment section. Everyone was in the comment section and they were giving their thoughts, their opinion. It got crazy, it got wild, and honey, it was going down. Um, D said, I'm sorry, they're gonna tell you I try to take over your live. They don't want me to talk. They just hate when I speak. They want people to speak me like I'm crazy. Yeah, I know what they gonna say, honey. I don't already had to go back and forth with some people in the comments earlier. And so here's the thing, D, like I said, keep doing what you're doing. I respect everybody in some way in this situation, and I respect what you're doing for your friends. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it and we just gonna move on. So first things first, let me give you all the stance, the reason why I came to YouTube to do commentary. I came to you to do fair commentary, what I consider unbiased commentary. My definition of unbiased is when you can have a conversation with someone on social media and when you all can have two differences of opinion without taking anything personal or personally attacking each other. That's what I consider to be unbiased. When I think of people who are unbiased, I think of people like Lovely T. I think of people like TMR Talks. I think of people who they have an opinion that may sometimes sway towards one side or the other, but at the end of the day, they're able to have a conversation and disagree without being disrespectful. So when I say I have an unbiased opinion, I'm not saying that, hey, I 100% agree with Paris, or I 100% agree with D, or I don't agree with nobody. No, what I'm saying is my opinion may lean more towards the side of Keisha in this situation when it comes to the parenting part. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to entertain a conversation from all angles, even from the people who don't like her. And I'm able to respect everyone and still support everyone who was involved in this situation in some type of way. D says, thank you for allowing me, though. I can tell you don't want to resolve, they don't want to resolve anything. They want more commentaries. Exactly. And D says they see that you have a strong voice and didn't back down if they lie. Exactly. And so here is my thing. That's all I mean when I say unbiased, y'all. I'm not saying that I'm never going to be on one person's side more than the other. Because sometimes I will see more where one person is coming for over the other. You know what I'm saying? D says, Ebony says, agree to disagree, but never be disrespectful. That's right, Ebony, honey. And D says that's crazy that nobody can have a different opinion. Exactly. All I'm saying is over here on this channel, Night into J, you will be able to have whatever opinion you want to have without being canceled and without being disrespected, as long as you don't get disrespectful. So let me just address that first, okay? Let me just address that first. I never came on here claiming that I was going to be just have not have an opinion at all. I never came on here and never said that I wasn't gonna lean towards more towards one side or the other. I made other videos, sit down videos, not live, where I said, where I said, hey, in this Keisha Kaylee situation, you will hear me empathize with her more on the other side when the argument took a turn to her parenting and her children. But at the end of the day, I was still able to say, hey, I didn't agree with Keisha with that whole, love triangle situation. I didn't agree with Keisha when it came to how she handled Jeremy cheating on her. You know what I'm saying? But I can still say, hey, listen, if you guys are going to go on this internet and attack each other, and if you all are going to go back and forth, and if you all are going to call Keisha Key Fungus, talk about her body odor, talk about her wigs, talk about her parenting, if you are going to take it there, hey, take it there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Keisha. What I'm saying? She's a black woman. I hate that she's going through it, but I don't know her, right? So if y'all want to take it there on her, go ahead. But when she then in return starts to clap back the way she wants to, it got to be fair game. And that's all I was trying to say. Um, oh, it says my audio is glitching. Okay, D says, keep saying unbiased. Your channel will grow much faster. You will respect for them and me. Exactly. So I think my audio was chopping, so I'll just go back over what I just said. So when I say unbiased, once again, I'm going to run this back for everyone. I'm not saying that I'm going to automatically not have an opinion on either side. I'm not saying that I'm not going to sway more towards one party side in certain arguments. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to attack anybody for their difference of opinion. Here's how I'm unbiased. When Paris starts back doing her wig reviews, I'm gonna watch because her wigs be laid, okay? When D does her cooking, I'm gonna watch because the food be looking good. Okay. I'm gonna still watch a Keisha vlog. I still want to try Hazel's body butter. So at the end of the day, that's how I consider myself to be unbiased because I don't harbor any hard feelings for anybody. I feel like the Keisha situation should have went a different way. There were certain topics that they touched on that were a little bit sensitive to me when it came to how they talked about her. But at the end of the day, baby, when I lay down at night, I lay down in the bed by myself. I don't even got a man, okay? I got a man, but I don't got a man that I lay with every night, okay? I live by myself. So, with that being said, I lay down by myself. I get up by myself. No one helps me raise my child. No one helps me pay these bills except for my loved ones, my man, and stuff like that. So, with that being said, at the end of the day, you guys, we have to understand that just because someone is saying, hey, I feel like I'm unbiased because I'm respectful. Just respect what I say and keep it moving. We don't have to dislike each other. Y'all don't have to come in my comments calling me slow. We don't have to talk about how my BBL look. We don't have to talk about any of that just because you all don't feel like I'm unbiased. If you feel like I am biased, that's your opinion, and baby, I respect it. And I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. I'm going to try to explain to you, but I'm not going to go back and forth. Let's read some comments. D said, even when they were disrespectful, you kept it respectful. Okay. That's right. Ebony said, once you disagreed, they started to attack. Jaya said they want the hate to keep going. Oh, y'all was able to hear me? Okay. Naya Love says, when you don't agree with them, this is what happened. Again, regardless if you don't agree with everything over here, we still appreciate you being fair. Exactly. That's it. I'm just trying to give some fair commentary. I never once like, and that's why before we start to attack people, go back and watch people's content. Go back and do some research on the person before you start attacking them. Because I made other sit down videos about Keisha, and I was very vocal about the fact that, hey, you guys, you are going to hear me sway more towards her side, but I'm still going to be able to respectfully speak about the other side as well. When Hazel and Keisha had the conversation, D said, when you asked how to resign, exactly. Nobody had an answer. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wants to keep fighting, but no one wants to say, when is this gonna stop? And if no one wants to say when it's gonna stop, that's fine as well. You know? And so, like I said, when Hazel and Keisha got into it, I gave Hazel props. Even though Hazel was disrespectful as hell, in my opinion, I gave her props because she said what she said and she stood on it. And she's Ashley's friend and she doesn't like Keisha. And I was still able to give her some props. I was still able to say, hey, even though I don't like how Paris came at Keisha, she can articulate her thoughts very well. I gave her props. So when I say, hey, I'm not biased, I'm not saying, hey, you guys, my opinion is going to just stay neutral and I'm not going to take one person's sides more than the other. All I'm saying is, hey, you guys, you can come onto this platform and you can have a conversation, and I ain't going to be mad at you. I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm not going to call you slow. I'm going to keep it respectful. Okay, so let me just address that first. Next, everyone kept saying that I allowed D to continuously misgender Paris. And here's what I feel about that. And D heard me when I said it. Do I feel like Paris's gender is relevant to this situation to continuously bring up? I don't. I said that in front of D in my live to Paris. I told Paris I would never sit on here and make a live and D says Hazel actually stand on what she said. She didn't say anything what she really said. Uh Big Mama says, and if I am a mom for Ashley. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm not reading the comments as much. Queen said they want to continue to hate her. Exactly. But yes, so I told Paris, I said, would I ever do a live and would we ever sit down for an hour and dissect what your true identity was? I would never do that because in my opinion, it don't really matter, right? But at the same time, whatever D chooses to call her because her and Paris don't like each other, that's on them. The same way when Paris got up here, she called Keisha a bitch. The same way Paris has been calling Keisha a weak ass bitch, a dumb hoe, a weak bitch. She called her baby daddy a bottom. The same way Paris is allowed to call Keisha whatever name she wants to call Keisha, and I can't say nothing about it because guess what? They two grown people and they talking about two grown, they're insulting each other. I can't stop Paris from calling Keisha out her name. And I can't stop Dee for calling Paris what she wants to call Paris. At the end of the day, what I will not do is I will not have conversations on my channel that are solely focused around what Paris is or isn't. But what I will do is what I will not do is I just don't feel that passionately when I hear D call Paris whatever because we don't get passionate when Paris call Keisha a weak ass hoe and a bitch. So when two people are arguing, you know what I'm saying? There are gonna be name calls, okay? D says they can't believe you're speaking fast. Right. They're going to be name called. Both of them are disrespectful. And I can say this with D in the live. They both got disrespectful because they don't like each other, right? you know? D gonna disrespect Paris and Paris gonna disrespect D. And when you argue with somebody and you don't like somebody and you call them a bitch or a hoe or whatever, then guess what? Those are two adults insulting each other, and I'm not going to get in that. I'm not going to tell Paris not to call Keisha a bitch if she on my platform and she's going at Keisha. Because at the end of the day, I didn't tell D to stop calling her whatever she was calling her. Do I agree with either or? No. I don't agree with people getting called out their names, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give you all my backstory, okay? My grandmother is a part of the LGBTQ community. She doesn't identify as a male, but she dresses as a male. She's masculine. She keeps her hair cut low, and she's been that way my entire life. And I've had to explain to people that I don't care what my grandmother dresses as or what she identifies as. She is a child of God. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what her true identity to me is. So at the end of the day, and hold on, that's her right now coming in door. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. um, but yeah, and it doesn't matter to me. So, and I've had to be in kindergarten telling people, look, don't judge my grandmother because of what she identifies as. Judge her for her heart because she's a sweet lady, And so I don't mind what Paris true identity is. It doesn't matter to me because Paris is a human being and she's a child of God, just like Keisha, just like Dee. But if two people are feuding and fussing, they name calling, they just name calling. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to be the name call police. Cause it's kind of like Dave Chappelle said, it's kind of like as black people, we overlook a lot of things with the whole baby situation. And I'm not trying to get too deep into that because the baby was wrong for what he did. So let me just say that. But what I will say is we support cold-blooded murderers. A lot of these rappers are cold-blooded murderers. Okay? They have took people out the game. you know what I'm saying? And rapped about it. And we buy their concerts to their ticket. We spin their records. We twerk in the club off of it, and we get lit, and we don't care until they make a statement that may hurt someone's feelings in the LGBTQ community. So, and while the person is not right for doing that and making those statements, at the end of the day, we got to start being passionate about every single thing. So if we don't want people to call people names, if we don't want people to call people misgender people and things of that nature, which I'm agreeing with that. Don't misgender nobody. But at the same time, don't sit up here and condone somebody calling somebody a bitch, a weak asshole, and all that either. Let's just keep it at look. Call people by the name they was born as. So that's my unbiased opinion, right? But whether my opinion is unbiased or unbiased, it really doesn't matter. Whatever you think is whatever you think. You know what I'm saying? I have my own definition, and if you feel like it's biased commentary, that's cool. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna get off. I'm not gonna get off this phone or this internet, and I'm not gonna beef with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hate nobody. I'm going to still support each and every one of these individuals in some type of way. Like I said, when Paris moves on and she starts doing her wig reviews, I'm going to be on there trying to see how to melt my wig. When Dee do her cooking, I'm gonna be on there finding the recipe. I'm gonna still watch Keisha here and there. I may try Hazel's body butter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not personal to me. This is not personal to me, honey. And that's why I can say that I'm unbiased because it's not personal. And so, I just wanted to address that. Um, D said, wait, you mean I'm a child of God? Yeah, you're a child of God, D. Everybody's a child of God, And someone says, I think people felt it was biased because of the length that you let Keisha speak without truly questioning her. Whenever you question her, okay, listen, and this is another thing. Like I said, I never said that my opinion didn't sway more towards the side of Keisha. This is the first thing first. I have never in my life let anybody join my live. So, out of respect for Paris did not want to be on the live at the same time as D. She said she is not going to call in if D is up there. So I respectfully removed D from the platform and I let Paris speak by herself. So I thought that it would be a good idea going forward because I really don't know how to work this thing either. I'm gonna let everybody go one at a time so they're not interrupted. That was my thought process. So when Keisha got on, me and Paris had more of a back and forth because I didn't agree with her with the whole speaking on kids thing. So of course, me and her had more of a back and forth dialogue. But when she started going in on Keisha and when she saw Keisha comment and she was like, Keisha, tell these people how you tried to set me up. Keisha, blah, 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 blah. Bitch, this. When she started going off on Keisha, I was silent. I didn't say anything. I didn't say stop Paris. I didn't say don't call Keisha out her name. I didn't say anything. Who's making fun? Oh yeah, I'm gonna block. Yes, yeah, deal disrespectful, honey. She been getting real disrespectful. So yes, I'm gonna block her or him or whoever it is. Yeah, I just blocked them. Yeah, she's been in my comments all day. But yes, so yeah, when it was Keisha's turn to speak, at that point we had just got Paris off. Paris had said what she said, and I didn't really have a list of questions prepared for Keisha because my angle was never to talk about the whole love triangle thing. Everybody wanted me to go back and ask her all these questions about, what she would have did differently with Ashley and all this and the third. But my whole thing was when all this started, I said, listen, I understand where the internet was coming from when this first started, when the love triangle broke off, and when Ashley came to tell her story. I understood it and it was cool. But I did not understand how the conversation switched from, hey, I'm not a side chick, to Keisha is a bad mom, let's cancel Keisha. So the only questions and the only thing that I was curious about was, how are we so upset with Keisha for what's going on now, but we were not upset when the same thing was being done to Keisha? That was really my only question, the only thing I was curious about. Everything else is self-explanatory. So if I would have known, I didn't think Keisha was going to join, honestly. So if I would have known that I was going to let people call into my live, if I would have known that Keisha was going to call in, then guess what? I would have took some questions from you all and I would have asked her those questions. But I didn't plan for any of this. If you go back and listen to the live, I was ready to hang up at the 2 hour mark. And then you all wanted to call in. So I said, well, hey, let's do it. Because I didn't even know how to let people call in. you know? And so I just want to get that I just want to get that understood right there. I'm not saying, and even now, there are comments here, you know, and then the last thing I want to address as well is my life is Nia. She came into my live and she wanted to join and call in. And at that time, I had let Paris say her piece. The whole time Paris was talking, everybody was like, kick Paris off. She just called Keisha a bitch. Kick Paris off. I didn't do it. I did not. I said, I'm going to let Paris say her piece. And then when I feel like she's gotten to a stopping point, then I will tell her I'm going to let Dion and Keisha on. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, D said I was happy you were able to have that moment. Thank you, D. But yeah, so when it was so D and Keisha had been waiting in the comments for a while as well. And so I was like, well, let's let Keisha and D on because I'm pretty sure Keisha's over there with her children. She don't have a lot of time, and she was rightfully waiting to get on after Paris got off. And my plan was to let everybody go one by one. And my knife is Nia felt like, oh, you let Keisha and D in before me. You treat me like I'm nothing. She said I was treating her like mashed potatoes. And this is another thing, girl. know you. I don't know you. I don't know Keisha. I don't know D. I don't know you enough to purposely not let you in. I would have definitely let you in at that time. I just thought that all the main characters of the drama, they deserve to have a moment to speak without being interrupted. You know what I'm saying? Just like Paris, she got to speak without being interrupted. I literally told D, hey D, I'm gonna have to tell you to get off for a second so me and Paris can talk. So that's what I'm saying, you guys. It's almost as if you all want people to just literally hate Keisha, dog her out, don't like nothing that she do, and praise everybody else. And if you have the slightest compassion for Keisha Kaylee, then you're slow, you're ignorant, you're incompetent, and you deserve to be canceled. And that's what we gotta stop. I'm from the streets, y'all. Okay? I'm from the streets. And in the streets, once it's up, it's stuck. When people arguing, they argue. When grown folks into it, they into it. Okay? And at the end of the day, when the code that we live by, where I'm from, is y'all gonna argue it out, y'all gonna fuss it out, or y'all gonna fight it out, and then that's that. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? And so what I tried to do with creating my channel is I tried to give people a different platform to where we can fuss, we can disagree, and then it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Nia, I'm not finna be for her after this. I'm not finna go live for live with her. I'm not finna keep talking about Keisha, honestly. you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it moving. And I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued like we gotta not like each other or we gotta beef because we don't have the same opinion. So to my life as Nia, if you don't agree with the way I did my live today, yesterday, that's cool. You can have your opinion, but don't think I was trying to slight you or don't think I was trying to be funny with you because I don't know none of you guys. And I would have loved to have you on here to say what you had to say. At the time, I was just letting people go one by one. Now, as it got closer to me having to get off and check on my child and stuff, then I said, okay, I'm just gonna let everybody in here at one time and let everybody give their opinion. And there was a person who's a moderator for Paris, and I let her in and out because she got kicked out, and I let her back in to say what she had to say. So when I say that I'm not biased, all I'm saying is I'm gonna let everybody get on here and speak their piece. I'm gonna let everybody get on here and talk what they gotta talk. And then I'm not gonna have no hatred in my heart towards nobody when this is all done. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I intentionally started off to talk about the Malibu and how he got into it and just give a perspective on that. Like Dee said, I wasn't even trying to go that deep with it. You know what I'm saying? The conversation just got deep. And this is another thing. Um, and like I said, I watch everyone's live. Even with Nia, she did a live the other day, and I coming on there, and I was like, "Hey, everyone's talking about Keisha and what she did, but can we just please talk about how this started? How did it get so deep? You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I want people to do. If we're gonna talk about this Keisha situation, can we talk about all of it? Can we talk about what everybody did instead of just talking about what one party did? Because everybody did something. You know what I'm saying? And I can say that. I can say that everybody involved in the Keisha Kaylee situation could have did something differently to avoid all this drama. I can say that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we black women and men too, we ain't gotta fight each other. We don't have to hate each other. We don't have to argue with each other. We don't have to beef. I ain't finna beef no way. Because, honey, half the time I'm talking about Latrice Allen or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? This is not a sub channel of D. This is not D's backup channel. This is not going to be a Keisha Kaylee support group. This is just going to be simply me showing love to the people who show love to me supporting people, and me watching YouTube and enjoying content. And the reason why me and D were able to have a little bit of a longer dialogue is because D has always watched my videos as soon as she's heard about my channel. She watches other videos that have nothing to do with Keisha, and she interacts. So the same way with Hazel in my life is Nia. Her and Hazel have some type of friendship now. She is a supporter of Hazel. So if Hazel joins her live, the conversation gonna be a little bit different than if Keisha were to join her live. It's okay though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. And then last but not least, everyone's like, well, you were chuckling. Right, it says, Ella, you're not my backup channel. It's like, I'm not these backup channel, honey. And then last but not least, it was like, well, you were chuckling when Dee said something about Paris. Whatever Dee says about Paris. Like I said, I'm gonna remain respectful to Paris, so I'm not gonna repeat it. I don't find that funny because, like I said, I'm raised by a person who's in the community. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I was laughing at D, it was because you all know D. D is very animated, just like she just came in my comment now. D gonna give it to you. She gonna give it to you animated, raw, real. D is very hype. So when she gets somebody told to read somebody, she on here going in, and it's comical sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The same way when Paris was talking about Keisha, I was like, okay, yeah, I understand. So that's just my reactions to what they're saying. But I'm not in support of nobody being attacked for their identity. But at the end of the day, I'm also a realist. You know what I'm saying? If two people are arguing and you say, you crackhead, stupid bitch, hoe, the slut, you know what I'm saying? If you say that, then and they come back and say, oh, well, that's why you was born, blah, 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 then it is what it is from their baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a dog in this fight, you guys. And I'm not finna be on here every day trying to prove to you all that I'm unbiased. If you still feel like I'm biased after my explanation, I still love you, baby. We can still go get some biscuits at Red Lobster if you want me to share your video or something. Once I get able to have a community post, I'll do it, baby. I'm not that invested. I promise you I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It says, but they mad you laughing, but we're on Paris Island. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if parents get on here and drag me and call me all type of whatever, not knowing my story, which I don't, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? Everybody gonna laugh and they gonna kick heat. You know what I'm saying? People in my comments calling me slow, all that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we don't have to take it there. You don't have to go calling people names because they don't agree with you. I have not got on here and disrespected Paris, D, Keisha, nobody. I've simply said what I agree with and what I don't agree with. I ain't talked about nobody's children. I ain't talked about the way nobody look. I ain't talked about none of that. Because at the end of the day, that don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the difference. And that's the difference in the content. And that's why I say that I have a different type of commentary. And that's why I consider my commentary unbiased. And even if it is biased at some points, it's still okay, because at the end of the day, just know when you come over here, you're not going to get called out of your name if you don't agree with me. You're not going to get called slow. Your children are not going to be attacked. I'm not gonna go talk about where you live. I'm not gonna post it. I'm not gonna do none of that. If you don't agree with me, you just simply don't agree with me. We can have a conversation about it. We can go back and forth about it. But I'm never gonna get disrespectful because of this. At the end of the day, this is somebody else's life. Okay, this is somebody else's life. Keisha and Jeremy staying together ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay, I'm just here to talk about it and move on. That's it. So, like I said, before you all start to attack people and try to cancel people, baby, the next video I make ain't gonna be about Keisha unless something new happens. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, and I can agree with everybody. When people say that Paris was wrong for how she did Keisha, I can agree with that. When people say, hey, maybe Dee should leave it alone for a little while and let Keisha fight her own battles, I can agree with that too. I can see it both ways, and we can respectfully agree to disagree on other things, and we can move on. That's it. You know, like I said, I never spoke ill of Ashley either. Even though, we're going to call a spade with what happened with her and Jeremy. She's a beautiful girl. And at the end of the day, if she was having hot girl summer and her and Jeremy linked up, that's just what happened. It's life. It goes on. Period. I don't did the same thing that Ashley did. I told Keisha on this live, girl, I have been in your shoes before, and I have been in Ashley's shoes before. So I don't have no dog in this fight. I'm not judging nobody. Okay? Period. So at the end of the day, honey, to all of you all who want to argue me down, if you think I'm biased, okay, you got it. If that's how you feel, baby, I love you and I respect you. And it's okay. You can choose to watch or not watch. Now, for the people that come in my comments calling me names and calling me slow and being disrespectful, then yeah, you will be blocked and deleted. But if you come in my comments and you don't agree with me, you can type your comment and it will be there. And if I choose to respond, I respond. If I don't, I don't. Period. You know? Period. Baby, I'm going to still support all parties involved in this situation. All of them. All of them. Everybody. If my life is Nia, I see she does wig reviews or something, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch it all because this is just YouTube for me. This is just YouTube for me. I promise you. I promise you. I don't hold no grudge in my heart for nobody involved. And that's why I can consider myself unbiased. Because at the end of the day, this is not my beef. This is not my man. This is not my baby daddy. This is not, though, you know what I'm saying? This is not my fight. I don't have a dog in this fight. Everybody, we're all God's children. Period. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be all right. We ain't gotta spew hate on each other. We don't have to, get disrespectful with each other. I'm not finna go back and forth for every single video. And I will be talking about other people as well. So it is what it is. But that's all I wanted to come here and say, you guys. Dee gave me the good idea to put my Cash App name in here. So if you all want to send me something, that's fine. If you don't, you don't. That was just a good idea. But yeah, I'm not here to be anybody's spokesperson. I'm just here to speak about a situation that has been going on the internet for a long time. Okay. Somebody said, "How would you want this to end?" I mean, just everybody just let it go. I will say, I understood where Paris was coming from when she said she don't understand how, she could be accused of sending people to Keisha's home, and I understood where Keisha was coming from when she said that she can't play when it comes to her baby. So, I mean, how I would want it to end was, I mean, if it's going to a legal point, just let the law handle it, and everybody just move on to talk about something else. That's how I would want it to end. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. It ain't too much more to talk about, in my opinion. You know, but I was just saying that if we're going to be upset and in an uproar about one party's comments, we got to be upset about everybody's comments. You know what I'm saying? We just got to be fair. That's it. That's all. That is it, and that is all. You know. And so just to run it back, like I said, I'm not here for anybody misgendering anyone. But if you call somebody a dumbass hoe and they come back and they call you or whatever, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that I can do about it. It's nothing that I'm gonna be in full support of. It's just it's two grown people arguing. Now, when you start talking about people, kids, and all that, that's when I get a little sensitive because I'm like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? But both parties have done it, and if they done it, they wrong on both ends. That goes for D and Paris. But at the end of the day, we're all human, and regardless of what we've done, we're gonna live to see another day. Like I said, if we can support these rappers who have cold-blooded murdered people, that made movies about it, everything, if we can still buy the tickets to their concerts and still rock out, then we can get over people having a war of words on the internet with each other. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. But I love you guys. Thank you all for supporting. Like I said, it is what it is. We can agree to disagree, but we can, at the end of the day, I'm going to still respect everyone regardless of what their opinion is. And I'm not going to beef with you or hold no hurt, no malice in my heart for you if we don't agree. And that's why I call myself unbiased. That's it. That's all. So I love y'all. I gotta do some things today. I will learn how to make mods. I did jot down the names of people who wanted to be mods. So next time I go live, I'm gonna figure it out and figure how to do it. And yeah, everyone just be great and let's just love each other. And let's just move on in love. That's it. So you all have a good day and thank you all for joining. See you all in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get me to 1,000. Have a good day.